Greetings, I'm Rob.
And I'm the Captain.
And we're at Andertons.co.uk.
We certainly are. And we're
about pedals.
Goodbye,
Let's
try that again. Greetings.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Lee.
And we're at Andertons.
I can't. Let's try that again. Try that again. It's good for the outtakes video. Right.
Welcome, I'm Rob.
And I'm the Captain.
Welcome to Coffee Time with Chappers and Captain
at
Andertons.co.uk.
It's coffee time.
Coffee time.
So, we've, very fortunately, a few weeks ago, a nice chap from a company in America called Jay, from a company called Option 5 Effects, sent me an email and said, "Hi Lee, we make these very, very cool pedals in America and we'd love you to sell them because we love your videos and we think you and Rob are great." So I said, well look, that's cool, it's so nice of you to say so. Send me your pedals and if I like them, we'll stock them, and if I don't, we won't. He said, can't say fairer than that.
You can't.
So he sent me the pedals and they arrived in the post, and I came up here last week and had a bit of a play. And I have to say, there are 5 pedals in the range, and there are a couple of pedals that I thought were absolutely outstanding and arguably, you know, created a sort of a niche, or covered a sort of a niche that we didn't really have anything for. And a couple of other pedals that we do sell other versions of, but I was thinking, you know what, they sound pretty cool, so I'm sure the guys will like to hear these. So I said to Jay, let's do it. Let's do it. So we're doing it. So yeah, Option 5 Effects, if you've not heard of them, go check them out. They've got a cool website.
Lee, what's that pedal that you're holding?
This is called the Destination Bump. It's a little orange pedal from the guys at Option 5. It's the simplest kind of pedal that they do, and it's a buffer pedal. Now, we haven't talked much about buffer pedals.
We haven't.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the chain, because what it should do is if there's any signal loss through the pedals that I'm using, because we've chained several pedals up, or perhaps we're using lots of cables in between the pedals. And Rob rightly pointed out, we regularly have a problem when we use wah-wahs and stuff, that we lose a lot of signal in there. So the idea is the buffer you can put at the end of your chain of pedals, and if you've got to compensate by sort of saying, I just need a little bit extra because I've lost it, you can dime it back in so that by the time the signal reaches your amplifier, if you're using a drive sound, for example, on your amplifier, you're not finding that it's not driving the amp hard enough. So this is just going to go in the chain at the end. Depending on which forum you read, some people tell you to put these in at the beginning of your chain, some say at the end of the chain. The manual that came with this said the end of the chain, so that's where it's going. And then I'm just going to switch it on and leave it. So, one moment. Okay.
That bump pedal sounds amazingly.
What one do you want to do first? We've got drive.
I'm loving that green one.
You want to do the green one? Okay. Now the green is a phaser pedal. It was one of the pedals that when I tried it, I thought, you know what, there's lots of phaser pedals out there, so this isn't necessarily the most standout pedal in the Option 5 range. But it does have a very, very nice kind of rounded bass end on this pedal and a big, open, expansive kind of phaser.
Can we hit it and quit?
Can we what?
Can we hit it and quit?
Go on.
I love that.
I do too. You know, it's one of the pedals that when I bet you if we were to go and get another phaser by another brand, we'd actually go, wow, that's a, you know, because that does have some beautiful smooth depth. I'll have a fiddle whilst you're playing.
Have a fiddle while I'm playing.
With your knobs. If you're wondering, this is just a plain old Mexican, you know, Fender Standard MIM Strat.
Just one of the best guitars in the world?
It's probably one of the best guitars in the world.
Wait, so it's missing a white thing on the back. Is that intentional?
because we set it up earlier and because you like the tremolo system set flat to the bodies, but they don't come like that.
Lee, tell me more about this other pedal that you choose.
The blue one. Now, the blue one is probably my favourite one. Some of that is because of the artist that you would most associate with this, being one of my favourite guitar players. And the other thing is that actually there just aren't that many really good Leslie speaker simulators on the market. Probably the sort of the leading one that we sell at the moment is a Neo, I think it's like a German pedal. It's a ventilator, I think it's called. It's really expensive. We sell a few because it's about the only one that you can buy that does the job. But this is a lot less money and does the job. So come with me. We might have to go over to the GoPro camera now. Are we over here? Can I check? I am. Okay, so I'm sorry if you're watching this upside down. I'm guessing Dan will be able to turn the screen up the right way. Okay, so if I turn the... you guys know what a Leslie speaker simulator is. I know I've told this to you in other videos before.
It's a speaker in a box that moves.
Well, it's one with a horn that kind of...
don't get the
drum
horn.
kind of goes round and there's a hole in the drum, and so every time the drum cycles round and the hole comes round, you get this like whoop, 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 sort of, you know. Basically, go listen to some old Stevie Ray Vaughan and you'll hear what I mean. So this pedal has two effects on it. The first one is the Rotary Emulator. So I will turn this on now and I will demonstrate essentially what happens when I switch between the fast and the slow mode, change the mic placement and adjust the slow and the fast trim. Let the chord ring into the slow. So play a chord.
Nice.
And again. Very cool.
That's cool.
Okay, now we can adjust the mic placement as well. The further I turn the thing up, basically the more it emulates, I believe, the mic being taken away, and the less sort of pulsating the sound will be. So. It's almost Hendrixy univibey, isn't it? But it's not quite that effect. The two controls here, slow trim and fast trim, allow me to fine tune the speed of the slow and the fast mode. Very, very, very cool. However, just to make this pedal double cool, there is a drive circuit on the other side. So if we want to drive to get that kind of slightly clipped Stevie Ray kind of sound.
You took my fun away. That's an amazing sound.
Let me be Stevie Ray Vaughan for a minute. If you take your classic kind of Stevie Ray, and play it like that, and then you add your rotary speaker simulator in. Too much, too much. Let's go slow. You can play your, I need a bit faster I think here, don't I? I've just got to get this, so you've got that. So
that's a great effect.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Nice and unique sounding and different.
Yeah, not many pedals will give you that kind of sound. So that's very cool. That was probably my favourite one of the ones that they sent us. I'll get back to you now because this next one needs me to get into it a bit more. The next one is called the Destination Delay ×2. And basically it's a tape echo type simulator. But if you can see me on the little GoPro camera here, you'll see that I have 2 rows of knobs for delay. Row 1, which allows me to do the time delay, the amount of delay, how many repeats and the level. A little tone control on the end here.
So 2 delays.
I can then switch that between 1 and 2. And I can then cascade the 2 on top of each other. And depending on how you set this, you can either have it as a real subtle kind of multi-tap delay, or you can really overload it into the point where it goes into like a feedback loop.
Yes.
For some slightly more crazy kind of sounds.
Reggae.
So if I just get you a basic delay effect.
Can I just say, I really like it when you turn it, because it's like radio.
You've got, we talk about wow and flutter a little bit on tape echo sort of simulators, and this has a control that allows you to dial in a bit of that emulated flutter. So I'm going to leave that fairly high up because I always like those kind of sounds. So you could then switch to more of a like a slapback delay. If you just want to use it like 2 delay pedals, you can do. So you can have delay 1, which is the longer one. Delay 2, so the slapback. The cascade thing layers the 2 up. Now this gets a bit crazy. So if you play some sort of picked chordy kind of stuff.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Can I hear that with a Marshall JVM on set to like a heavy crunch?
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really nice kind of pedal.
I love all the filth they programmed into that.
Yeah, I think it's highly analog, this kind of thing, so I don't know how much digital jiggery pokery is going in there. I think it's what gives it that nice kind of dirty, sort of old-fashioned kind of tone. Now the last one again is their overdrive pedal. I know we sell a lot of overdrive pedals, so this is going to be to some people's tastes and other people are going to prefer something else, but I thought it was pretty cool sounding. So we're back on the clean sound on the amps, so let's just hear
Which amp are we in there?
Both, I think.
Both?
Bucker?
Yes.
Have you got your...
Let's use a Chapman Guitars ML2.
Let's do it. Have we got an ML2 here?
I have an ML2 here.
do, if I just disconnect and jiggery poke a bit round here, I could get the phaser pedal to come out in stereo between the amplifiers.
Do that.
That would sound kind of fun.
That would sound awesome.
It's one of my favourite sounds we've had all day.
Yes, it is. And we've demoed some expensive gear, like the
really good,
like the Les Paul X.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good. So there we are. That was our little Option 5 effects demo. They're exclusively, I can't even say the word. Say it for me. They're exclusively available from Andertons Music Company. And
my favourite one,
yes,
is the phase.
Yeah,
I think it's really, really nice. Yeah, and I like the some of the classic phases, like the script and everything, and that's got a really nice little sound of its own, hasn't it?
See if I can get a drive sound going with this.
Do it, buddy.
And something going on here. You play. Play some Hendrixy stuff. Let me see what I can do.
Play some Jimmy.
Yeah. There we go. Anyway, that's it. I've been the captain.
I'm Rob. There's a Spectrum. See you later. Bye.